With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 4 of 4.
Etc.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
हमारे कार्यक्रम पेश किए जाते कई भाषाओं में कृपया देखें suprememastertv.com/schedule.
I can only tell you that God is the greatest power that you can ever imagine, the greatest love that you can ever have, the greatest satisfaction that you can ever long for. His will, God or whoever that power, the Buddha nature, the highest love, the highest ideal in the universe, that is God. And when you get that, you become higher.
Please stay with us for this enlightening lecture.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Vegan, we might all die at the end, but your legend of compassion will live on.
Today's program will be presented in English with subtitles in Arabic, all axes also known as Vietnamese, Bulgarian, Chinese, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Russian, Spanish, Telugu, Thai, and Ukrainian or Uranian.
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws. Sweden is one of them. Sweden Animal Welfare Act 1988. The Animal Welfare Act 1988 requires that animal people be treated well and shielded from disease and unnecessary suffering. The Act mandates that animal persons under care have sufficient space, food, and water. Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughterhouses. No more hurting. No more murdering them to eat, to lab test, or for any reason at all. Be vegan. Make peace. So be it.
What do we want? And where do we want it? What do we want? And where do we want it? Thank you. Let's change the world. We can do it.
Bziaoshă a abeit, enlightened friends. That was welcome in the Abkhaz language, one of the official languages of Abkhazia. I'm Darian. The God-loving people of Abkhazia believe that inner serenity and peace can only be attained through deep meditation. May all human beings soon find the great treasure within. The Autonomous Republic of Abkhazia is situated in the northwestern corner of Georgia, with the Black Sea to the southwest and the Caucasus Mountains and Russia to the northeast. It was once known as a prime holiday destination for the Soviet elite because of its amazingly rich subtropical vegetation, mild climate from its proximity to the Black Sea and the shield of the Caucasus Mountains, and its interesting nature, where snow-covered mountains meet beaches, caves, and lakes. Abkhazia is geographically diverse, with lowlands stretching to the extremely mountainous north. The Greater Caucasus mountain range runs along the region's northern border, dividing the area into a number of deep, well-watered valleys irrigated by small rivers originating in the Caucasus Mountains. There is also the Veryovkina cave at 2,212 meters deep, the deepest known cave in the world. Complementing its natural beauty, a long human history has left an architectural and cultural legacy. Resort towns built against a backdrop of rolling hills, lush landscapes, and the ocean, along with train stations, schools, and theaters, all from a bygone era, are reminiscent of its former glory. Very uniquely, in sharp contrast, are futuristic bus stops all over the country. Many things in Abkhazia have remained the same over the past decades. Abkhazia's people are kind and warm. Respect for the elders is reflected in their daily greetings. People there compliment others by saying, "You're looking old today," meaning that the person is wise and beautiful in their maturity.
Making peace. Being vegan. Helping others. Sure, action speaks louder than word.
The United States has been graced on many occasions with visits from Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan. In 1989, in response to the earnest longing of spiritual truth seekers, she traveled to the country to impart her wisdom and insights. In this eloquent lecture, Master cites various religious verses to highlight ancient references to the Kuan Yin method, the law of cause and effect, and veganism in religions. We now invite you to join us for part 5 of this enlightening lecture titled "Find a Living Master to Reunite with the Great Source of All Things," given by Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, in San Jose, California, USA, on May 27, 1989.
Peace for Ukraine or Ukraine.
Người ngồi đó đẹp từ chân đến trán, tóc cơ vàng và mắt biếc đại dương, đà nam rồng môi chín mộng hồng, lời ngọt liềm từng ngón đàn tha thiết.
What is God in your term? God is that. God is that. Oh my God. What is God? If you want to know,
I can let you know in a few minutes at the initiation.
but if you ask me,
I'm also lost again. I can only tell you that God is the greatest power that you can ever imagine, the greatest love that you can ever have, the greatest satisfaction that you can ever long for. His will, God or whoever that power, the Buddha nature, the highest love, the highest ideal in the universe, that is God. And when you get that, you become higher. You become everything. You can accomplish everything. That is what God is. But so little people know God because they think they have everything in this life already. To talk about God is so abstract, and no one understands that. And it's difficult for the one who has realized God to even talk about it, because we human beings with a poor language and limited understanding cannot perceive God by explaining, but by self-knowing and realizing my own experience. The Kuan method is the method to know God quickly, immediately, and every day you know Him again and again. Every day after initiation, He looks after you. Then you know there is God. Is that all right?
Why is there an age limitation to initiation?
The same thing. Because sometimes people, when they get too old, they are a little bit confused in the mind and they cannot understand the instructions, or they cannot follow the vegetarian diet. That's all. If you could, and your mind is still very clear, then you're welcome. No limit, even 80 years old. The soul is forever young. It's only the mind that we need in practice. Because if the mind doesn't grasp what is talked about, then he won't accept it, and he won't let it go through. It is a gatekeeper. If you're not friendly with him, he won't let you come in.
If people are reborn, why is the world population increasing?
Because people are reborn. Because most people are not enlightened and not liberated. Therefore, the world population increases. Because there are some from hell that come up to be incarnated as human beings. They are animal kingdom beings. After paying their retribution as animal people, they come back and become human. The more cow, duck, chicken, pig people we eat, the more overpopulated the world will be. These souls have to find some revenge field for these actions. Also, there are some angels, some people from paradise. After some period of many thousand years or 100 years, they will reincarnate again on earth as a human being. Therefore, the world is always overpopulated.
If we are created in God's image, then why are we so ignorant? Why didn't God create us enlightened?
He has created us enlightened. It is that we don't walk with the light, we put it behind. We hide the light, we hide our light in the closet. If you want to know where the light is, you just get initiation and immediately see it. There's no need to ask God why His is not so loving. His is so loving. It is we don't use it. Just like you put your eyeglasses on your head, then you telephone somewhere and then go around looking for your eyeglasses. It is here. You can immediately see it. That's why it's a pity people don't see it. And I'm wondering every day. It's so easy to see God. This is a work of the negative force.
What is the role of... I don't know what's that.
What is the role of tantric ritual? What is yoga, right? Is that right? Tantric yoga is like this. The real tantric is the secret practice of kind of meditation. Why is it secret? Since ancient times, the master's lives are in danger. You can see, for example, many Indian saints are slain alive. Christ was nailed on the cross. Buddha was nearly assassinated and attacked nearly every day in his life. So the ancient masters were hiding themselves very well. So whenever you want to come to a master, it's difficult. So they call it a secret doctrine, secret way of practice. Now, tantric is one part of it. The real tantric is the practice of the Kuan Yin method, the method of enlightenment. But nowadays, everything changes. After the real master died, everything changes. So, as with any religion or any sect, any kind of practice. So, again and again, a real master always has to be reborn in order to correct the proper method and tell people what is the correct one. But whenever the real masters come, people reject them, thinking, no, I practice tantric, I practice Buddhism, I practice Catholicism, and that's enough. They do not know that the living master is important. And the tantric nowadays is not the real tantric. And all the rituals are symbols of the real inner realization. For example, if you light the candles and the light, beat the drums and the gongs and ring the bells, these are symbols of the inner realization, the inner light and the inner drums, the inner bells, the inner conch, etc. So in any ritual, they blow a lot of music, they play a lot of music, and they light a lot of candles. In any church, in any practicing center, this symbolizes the inner power, the inner realization, the inner light, and the inner sound. Now they only have rituals and no essence, no realization. And what is yoga? So was it yoga?
Choga.
Yoga, I don't know. Not yoga, no?
No, choga.
Yoga. What is that?
The destruction of the ego.
Oh, that's just Indian, right?
No, this is Tibetan Buddhism.
Oh, I see. Is that the... Just tell me a little bit about it and then I understand what it means.
It's the ability through ritual to destroy the ego.
Chud. The ritual of chud.
Oh, the person go in near a dead person or a tomb, put in a tent over there, and every day kind of punishing himself and telling himself, I trample upon the ego and all that kind of thing. Oh, that is their practice. Sometimes it makes the person become crazy by this practice, more often like that. But the master will not care about this. He said, once you committed yourself to yoga, then you have to take the risk of gaining it or losing your life. Is that so? So I consider this too dangerous for the modern time, and we have not so much time to go to the cemetery or to put up a tent in an isolated and scary place in order to kill our ego. I believe to kill our ego is to merge ourselves with God. Yeah? When we are one with God, then we lose ourselves. And it's as simple as that. There's no need to try to tax your brain with outer punishment and hypnotism. Yes, I believe. Thank you. This is yoga. This is in Tibet, they practice like that. It's a little bit dangerous. You become so thin, so yellow and so white. You don't eat, and every day you might beat yourself. And sometimes you practice until it becomes really painful. You feel the pain that you convince yourself you are pain. And nobody kills him, but he thinks someone kills him. Nobody bites him, but he believes he's bitten. And that is very painful. And then you can become, NUT as...
What is mind? Where does it exist in the body? When we use the term, I have changed my mind, what it means? What is the role of mind in the process of enlightenment?
That mind actually doesn't exist. We know it when we think, or when we change our idea. So we know I have a mind, I have changed my mind. If we have no ideas, no thinking, no thought, then we have no mind. Where does the mind come from? Only from thinking. From the data we collect from the outer information. Our thinking is the result of our learning and our contact with other people. That's what we call mind. And the mind really doesn't exist. The mind we can call prejudice. Yeah, whatever we collect and we believe or not believe. And then we collect this. After some time we call that the mind. If I believe in Buddhism and somebody comes along and preaches to me Catholicism, and I don't believe that priest, I say Catholicism is no good. This is heretical, atheistic, and things like that. And that is when you know you have a mind. You can say you have prejudices, that's all. The collected thought from someone else, it convinces you, and then it's rooted inside you, and you can't root it out. And this is what the mind is. And it's nowhere in the body. It's somewhere in the brain, maybe, in the gray matter, where you collect the different information and store it up there. But if we operate on the brain, we couldn't even find it. It is invisible. It's just thought waves. This is a mind. And now, what is the question? Where's the mind? After you read the question, you give it to me, so I might refer to it. I'm getting old and can't remember everything. When we use the term, I changed my mind. Yeah, we change our idea. Yeah, like I just want to marry. No, I mean, I'm a monk, I cannot. Some other example. Like I want to eat a candy. Yeah. I was just thinking about you and then talking about me. I can't get married now. I just want to eat a candy, and then I think, no, candy makes my toothache. So I changed my mind. I eat a fruit. And that's what we call, I changed my mind. Huh? So simple is that. Why do you have to ask me? We change our thinking, our choice of something. That is when we change our mind. What is the role of mind in the process of being enlightened? Oh, this is very important. The mind has a very big role in the process of enlightenment. It can help us and it can destroy our faith. Therefore, a master, however high degree, has to use a lot of logic and reasoning in order to befriend the mind, in order for the mind to accept the ideas. And then you can go get initiation and start the practice. If the mind doesn't accept it due to a lot of prejudices, due to a lot of preconceived ideas, then you are in trouble. Just like the first questioner, she or he say, I like to follow you, but my mind doesn't get the message through. That's the problem, because we have so many preconceived ideas. Like to become a Buddha, we have to read the Lotus Sutra thousands of times. To become Buddha, we have to read the Om Mani Padme Hum dozens of times. Or to go to heaven, we have to go to church every Sunday and listen to the priest's sermon, etc. We can't believe that the so-called Master Qinghai from Taiwan can give us God experience. And that is how the mind can hinder us, and it plays a big role in our process of enlightenment. Most of people cannot get enlightened. Most of people are born over and over again in this world and make the world population more crowded every day because of the mind. They could not break through the mind's gate in order to receive a master's instructions and be liberated. That's how great the mind is. It is the greatest after God, I tell you. It may be even greater than God, because here in this world, the mind controls everything. The preconceived ideas, the prejudice, the collected data control everything. And let us forget our inborn nature and make us forget we are not these preconceived ideas. We are not to forget our judgment. We have to find our inborn wisdom. But the mind is always in between. And this is how the world is overpopulated. The mind.
Ta lặng yên nghe tế bào chuyện nhạc, từng lời ca như mật rót vào tim, tuôn lâng lâng theo cung bậc êm đềm, trong rung cảm ta ngỡ ngàng chiêm ngưỡng.
Warmongers belong to hell, not to our civilized world.
A vegan diet allows our immune system to remain intact. It can fight off cancers and many other diseases. It avoids ingredients that clog our arteries, lead to diabetes, osteoporosis, hypertension, arthritis, obesity, etc. Mike Fremont, vegan, 101-year young marathoner.
Elegant viewers, thank you for your presence today for Words of Wisdom. Please join us again tomorrow for Find a Living Master to reunite with the great source of all things, part 6 of 8. Coming up next is For the Love of All, Prayers for Bobby, right after Noteworthy News. May God's light shine forever on earth and uplift our spirits.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.